It's Week 14 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see this team's speedy running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one under the lights on Monday night.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. Yeah. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is,
we're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And it's time to close an exciting week of football here on Monday night. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a look at a man who's been around the block quite a few times now in the NFL.
some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second and 6 coming up here. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And it's going to be the man under center who brings him out, now in his 9th NFL season.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games, he's not happy about it. And he will be focused on rectifying those things here.
That one vehemently swatted away. And now they face 2nd down. They'll throw it. Watson with the catch. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. So much to the chagrin of this crowd, that challenge flag is out, and they want to take another look.
Is under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. Completed to his running back. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Now we're going to have a stoppage after that return. Looks like somebody was shaken up on the play. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
To throw, here's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Jones on 1st down. Has some daylight through the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and they'll have 1st down. They'll run it from the gun, and he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
It's his running back. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st down throw by Jones. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. So it's 2nd down coming up. Again, Jones to the air. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. They go play fake with Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. For that defense, who puts a sack on the board. You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Caught by his back. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 now. Looking slant route, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. That one's cut along the left sideline. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys go up 6-0 here in the 1st. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense headed back to the field. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions. They kick the running back in motion. Catch made underneath by the back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's good for 7 yards. And that gives them the 1st. A tight end in motion now. Play fake, Jones. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from the 41. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Throwing here, Jones. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
That one right down the middle. And his guys tie this game 7-7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Toss now to the short side. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Teams getting out there and ready to resume play. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to get him up to the midfield stripe with that run. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 27-yard line.
And he could have a free play here. And this is knocked away on a good defensive effort there. That saves the catch, but I think this call should still give the offense some yards. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Looking to the air here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's go. Track.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
From the red zone now. Gets this one to Watson. And he'll go down here at the 16.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
From the 16. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Tight end going in motion here. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they take this in for the score. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here comes their offense out again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 31-yard play, and that'll be a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running back, motioning right. Here's 2nd and 5. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Third down, Jones to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 3rd and long for him here. Out wide, and it's intercepted. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
Throwing now on 1st down. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Now this offense ready to head back out. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5. Pistol now for Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
It's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Here's Jones to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. On now comes their punter. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And they're going to have a 1st down. Now they send their back in motion right. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. It's picked up by the defense. And they finish the return in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys turn the fumble into 6. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And his guys tie things up at 14. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has it at the 11. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Their offense running back out now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking for a throw here. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's a throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing it again here. Getting out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Putting the tight end in motion. Trying again, following the sack. Fired in there and cut. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give him a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. Has it down close. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. First down throw by Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Prior to first down, they decided to call a timeout. Here's Jones. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that first down play. On first down, it's Jones to throw. Cut by Sutton. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Field goal unit out there on second down as they try for 3 here before halftime. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Looking to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down. We're at halftime here on Monday night, as we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach?
Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home teams ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Man in motion here. Another try following the sack. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. He'll look to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
You know, Kate, we see this all the time at every level of football. You've got to catch it first. It's just like when a receiver receives a handoff. You've got to secure the ball, then let your athleticism take off.
Finds a seam down the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Man in motion out of the slot. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dumps it off to his running back. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And it'll bounce out of bounds, and he could not have hit this much better. That's going to pin him at their own 5-yard line. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, there's such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That play good for 17 and a first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And this one does not go far. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one's complete, right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Jones on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. This one falls incomplete.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Looking to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. From the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And it sets up 2nd down. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that creating 3rd and extra.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on second and short. And he's hit at the line of scrimmage. The run outside returns nothing. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They'll try and throw it here. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Tight end motioning right. He's back to throw. That's caught beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down behind
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
the loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard
Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He beams one deep right side. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jones looking to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They kick the running back in motion. Here's Jones to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Hits him on the out route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Again, Jones to the air. And he let his man too much there, Bronk. Incomplete, 4th down coming up. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 4th and short. Blitz coming for Jones. Oh, he lost the football! Scooped up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does, because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum-wise. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuffed you, but they could rip that ball away from you too.
This offense getting all set for this series. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. From the red zone now. Called in left side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
Throwing it again here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! These guys can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That one right down the middle. And his guys take a 3-possession lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. This offense ready to get going again now. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Running back sent in motion left. Here he is on third and long. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. That's complete inside the 35. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll say hello to the red zone after that big play, huh? As they get set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Now the field goal unit runs on for its 2nd try tonight. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the gap closes to 14 points.
If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The offense getting set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing now from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a sure-handed play there in the rain. He brings in the fair catch without a problem. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. On first down, they'll run. Oh, the football's loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Jones makes the grab in bounds, left side. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give him a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him from the 46. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. That's Thomas, he's got it. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. All set up now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Brought in right side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 5. Completed over the middle. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Offense up to the line fast. Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Working from the gun, here's Jones. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. And that's a touchdown catch, at least for the moment. Oh, Brock, but guys are already walking backwards. You know what that means. I think this one's going to be on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 3rd and goal for Jones. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he drives this forward to the 6. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Motioning one of the tight ends. Wow, they're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Blown back gets the handoff. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.
Take it to him. Take it to him.